Hello out there and good morning, traders. It is May 9th, 2024, and welcome to the Apteros Daily Market Insight. So, taking a look at our recap from yesterday, pretty straightforward. We had a scenario one, which was mainly staying rotational in this zone here. Then we had a couple of breakout scenarios, but they weren't the main expectation. The main expectation was kind of staying inside of this little area here between the bull line in the sand and the bear line in the sand, and that's what we ended up seeing. We had a little bit of a front run situation here early in the session where the market kind of came down here, stabilized a little bit, and then whenever the open came and hit, it just continued to push out of this zone. So definitely an expectation with scenario one in that, this was what we were looking for. The market pushing from these lows, this area, and then pushing up into this bearish zone here, where the main opportunity for the session really came a little bit into the, late morning there. And just staying along with scenario one, just getting involved in bearish inflections here. And then we got a nice release about halfway into a target zone, pulls back, same kind of situation, and then releases kind of into the close and overnight session into the first neutral target there. So the main trade opportunity here, not really getting to any targets or destinations, but a nice little move for MFE. Just one of those situations where the market, just kind of ran out of steam, pulled back again, and then, kind of completed the move to the first target, at least, kind of outside of the scope of an intraday environment. So let's take a look at what's going on today. So today we kind of find ourselves in the same situation we were in yesterday. So there's really no fresh scenario for us, no good quality line in the sand setups or anything like that. So there's no official DMI. I'm putting up levels here that are relevant for today's trading session, and nothing really for me to report in terms of scenarios. So the market remains rotational, remains in a location where chop kind of persists. And the smaller time frame area is right here. This is where we've been building value for a little while. You can actually see that, in the support and resistance here of just the price. But this is kind of the main area that we've been playing with, the main CVA area, as we call it, in the Nedra community. Breaks from this area would be like the smallest little bit of information for a possible continuation. But as you break from these areas, you end up running into scenarios where the market would be moving in a bullish sense from here to here, but as you go higher, you run into more and more bearishness on other time frames. Same kind of situation with the lower part. If it breaks to the downside, you end up running into a little bit more bullishness on other time frames. So it's not necessarily the best place, but it's also, this is the type of situation that we use as a teaching moment for people that are learning how to understand context and narrative, in that this area of value makes sense that it's building currently based on what we have going on at the extremes, at the outer edges, on multiple other time frames. So it's not, it's a situation where it's like, yeah, it's obvious we're rotational, and that this particular environment is choppy and has been, and we've been talking about that in our public DMI now for a couple of days, and been just monitoring how this value is being built. So we're in a situation now where there really isn't anything fresh for us to report. Therefore, there isn't really anything. There isn't a meaningful line in the sand for multiple time frames for us to really lean into today. So there's no fresh scenarios. Okay, so no official DMI stuff for today. Here are some of the levels to be paying attention to from my planning and my prep, but nothing that's worth really putting out there and putting on the line.